The Board of Directors of the U.S. Trotting Association opened its three-day meetings on Saturday in Columbus, Ohio. Right off the top of the agenda, USTA President Phil Langley challenged the board to solve two important questions that face the sport of harness racing.
Do we remain status quo with our rates and our dues, or do we, after 10 years, do we go for a slight increase that'll carry us through the next 4 or 5 years? And I guess one of our more important issues that we're going to have to decide is, I don't know if you all know it or not, but Standardbred Investigative Services went out of business for harness. So we'll have to decide in our regulatory committees and in our parimutuel committees whether we think it's necessary to have some sort of a integrity investigating arm with USTA.
Ivan Axelrod was returned as chairman of the board of the U.S. Trotting Association. In the past couple of years, he's been involved with marketing efforts on behalf of the sport. He claimed some frustration in that area, but really put a challenge to the sport as a whole.
You know, we're now on the top of the hill and the snowball is rolling. And when we talked years ago that if we got slot machines, that'd be our savior, and a lot of people said, well, it'd be our short-term savior till we figure out what else to do. And I truly don't see us figuring out what else to do. And I am very concerned about that and feel that during this next year, we have to figure out what we're going to do because everyone else is doing things, are doing things that are negatively impacting our industry. And if we, if the people that are the haves today, I wish them the best, but they're not going to be the haves 10 years from today because there's going to be all this other competition.
Two other gentlemen spoke before the full board on Saturday, Rick Goodell and Ed Martin. Martin, who is president of Racing Commissioners International, told us about a proposed national racing compact, what it is and what it would do.
It's a mechanism for the states to achieve uniformity, to act together, and to have some degree of regulatory certainty to avoid a situation where horsemen go from one state and deal with one set of rules in New Jersey, a different set of rules in Pennsylvania, and a third set of rules in New York. It's a mechanism for the states to adopt a uniform rule book. It's not a perfect solution. But it's certainly a vast improvement upon what we now have.
There were several committee meetings to round out the day on Saturday. The Finance Committee, Parimutuel Committee, and Driver Trainer Committee all met. In the Finance Committee, they discussed the possibility of making donations to standardbred retirement organizations. In these tough economic times, unwanted horses have become an even more acute problem. The board will further discuss that as they continue to meet Sunday here in Columbus, Ohio.